When giants lived, could humans possibly fight a monster snake? This question sparks the imagination, painting a vivid picture of a primal struggle for survival. We see it in movies and read it in thrilling stories. Our small, clever ancestors facing off against a reptilian behemoth, a creature of nightmare proportions. It is a powerful and exciting idea, but as scientists, our job is to ask a different kind of question. We ask, could this have actually happened? This is where the real adventure begins, not in a fictional battle, but in a journey back through deep time, guided by clues in ancient rock. We will pit the thrilling myth against the hard evidence of science. Let's travel back in time. Our destination is the Paleocene Epoch. It began around 66 million years ago, right after the dinosaurs vanished, an ice-free greenhouse world. The air was thick with carbon dioxide. Average temperatures were much higher than today. Immense heat and humidity supercharged equatorial ecosystems. South America was an island continent, isolated by oceans and seaways. A realm of slow, wide, murky rivers meandering through unfamiliar trees and giant ferns. Water as warm as a bath. Cold-blooded animals thrived and could grow huge. The Cerrejón Formation in Colombia preserves this world. There, paleontologists found Titanoboa's immense vertebrae, plus tropical pollen and bones of giant neighbors. A complete snapshot of a lost ecosystem, engineered for giants. High ambient temperature was the key. For a giant constrictor, this global hothouse powered metabolism and enabled true gigantism. Now let's meet the star, Titanoboa cerrejonensis, discovered in a Colombian coal mine. The fossils stunned the scientific community. A snake over 42 feet, about 13 meters, longer than a city bus. It weighed over a ton, like a small car or a big bison. Not venomous, like boas and anacondas. It was a constrictor, an ambush predator using murky swamps as cover. Imagine patterned skin camouflaged in mud, waiting perfectly still for hours, days. A sudden strike, jaws seize, coils tighten with hundreds of pounds per square inch, enough to shatter bone and cut off blood flow. Life tied to water and heat, likely semi-aquatic, buoyant, and graceful in rivers and swamps. Warm water aided digestion. Meals could take weeks, even months. A perfect product of its environment, the undisputed king of a hot, wet world. Now, fast forward millions of years. Climates cool, ice crowns the poles, new landscapes emerge. We leave steamy South America for open African grasslands. A new world, a new caste. Early hominins, not modern humans. Australopithecus, later Homo habilis, small bodies, smaller brains, but walking upright. Bipedalism freed their hands to make tools, sharp flakes for cutting and cracking bones. They lived on seasonal savannas, far from Titanoboa's jungles. Not apex predators, scavengers and opportunistic hunters. They faced saber-toothed cats, giant hyenas, powerful crocodiles. Survival relied on intelligence, cooperation, and tool use. Resourceful, adaptable, slowly spreading. Their journey began in Africa, a world away from Titanoboa's swamps. Unlike Titanoboa's size and power, our ancestors' advantages were minds and teamwork. Here's the heart of the investigation, the piece that separates myth from reality. The single biggest reason humans and Titanoboa never met is time. An immense gulf. Titanoboa is locked in Paleocene rocks, about 60 to 58 million years ago. Those ages come from rigorous radiometric dating above and below the fossils. Stone tools appear around 3.3 million years ago. The genus Homo by Tuck's $2.8 million. A gap of roughly 55 million years. That's almost the distance between us and Tyrannosaurus rex. In those millions of years, continents shifted, climates changed, lineages rose and fell. The steamy swamp world vanished long before cool, dry African savannas appeared for our ancestors. The verdict of science: no overlap. Two characters in different acts of life's history, never on stage together. Science says it never happened. But what if? Imagine a small clan entering a superheated swamp at dusk. A low, resonant hiss vibrates through the mud. All eyes turn to the dark river. A head wider than a man's shoulders rises, lidless eyes catching firelight. Panic erupts. Shouts of terror echo through the foliage. A brave throw, yet the wooden spear glances off thick, scaly hide. Others brandish fire, humanity's ancient ally against the night. Such a giant, unfamiliar with primates or flame, might be confused, even intimidated by noisy, light-wielding creatures. After a tense pause, it tastes the air, then slides back into the depths, silent as it came. The survivors tremble, crafting a tale of a river god, a true monster from the deep. Fiction, but irresistibly vivid. It's a fun story, but how do we know it's only a story? Paleontology is forensic work. Fossils matter, but context matters more. Superposition. In undisturbed layers, oldest at the bottom, youngest on top. Titanoboa comes from the Paleocene Epoch formation, well studied and mapped. Radiometric dating of volcanic ashes bracketing the fossils acts as a precise natural clock. Result: about 60 million years. For early humans, the same methods, in Africa's younger layers, date Homo to Chowder 2.8 million years. Side by side, a 55 million year gap emerges. Physics, not opinion. Geography seals it. Paleocene. South America was isolated by oceans. Early humans evolved in the Old World and reached South America only 20,000 years ago, long after Titanoboa was gone. If science is clear, why is the idea so popular? Because we are storytellers. Films, games, and art tap into ancient archetypes. Long before writing or science, we used stories to make sense of the world. We told tales about thunder, the sun, and beasts in the night. Man versus monster is a powerful archetype. Courage versus overwhelming odds. Snakes trigger primal fears. Supersize that, and you have the perfect villain. The hero's ingenuity reaffirms our sense of specialness. Science gives facts. Myth gives meaning. Confusion only arises when we mistake one for the other. Appreciating both enriches our understanding of the world and ourselves. We journeyed through deep time, visited two worlds, and met our protagonists. The Great War never happened. The 55 million year gap makes it impossible. The monster snake was gone before our ancestors picked up stone tools. The real story is grander. Continents drifting, climates shifting, ecosystems rising and falling. One era yields a 42-foot snake, another, a tool-wielding bipedal ape. Truth doesn't shrink the past, it expands it to mind-boggling scale. Separate stories of survival, size in a hot world, intellect in a changing one. Science redirects wonder toward evolution, deep time, and the methods that reveal them. A snake, the length of a bus, once haunted a South American swamp. That fact alone is wondrous. Which is more amazing, our invented monster, or the real one our planet created?